figure things like that out. So he's actually going to go ahead and try to hold this. There's a good chance he's going to have to bring down some probes. In fact, that goes to show you, I mean, I know a lot about StarCraft, but the exact timing on this map and these positions of this 12 pool against this Forge timing and this cannon timing, it's complicated, guys. And he's going to go straight with those lings across the map.
And he won't do a lot, because the problem that he's going to face is the cannon is up already, so he has a decision to make. He can either try to run up the ramp, but as soon as the Protoss player pulls a few of his probes and just blocks the ramp, suddenly all the lings will die.
Yep.
And even if he manages to get in there, he will only be able to get 4 of the lings at the most into the base.
And he didn't even bring 6. He only brought 4.
Oh,
so actually nothing's
4.
going in. Like,
yeah.
if he tries to run by, you can get like a ling in there, but
exactly.
see, he doesn't even do it. You have to be completely decisive if you want to get up. You cannot juke and jive and then decide.
And at the same time now we have a bit of a blocking at the natural with the 2 remaining Zerglings out of the 6. He only brought 4, as opposed to already mentioned. And here's the expansion. But with the 12 pull, at least, as you mentioned already, he screwed up the timings a little bit. So he forced JYP to go for the Forge, to go for the cannon. He could not throw down the Nexus right away.
Yeah. And, you know, it's a cool build, and it doesn't really hurt his economy that bad, so that's good. Now, again, this match, this is one of the matches I'm really excited about tonight. This one and the Huck Hack one.
Yeah.
And that's because Seal really, since his debut in the GSTL so long ago, I mean, this guy has been the best creep spreader in the world, basically. This guy will have the entire map covered in creep. It's amazing to see, especially in these far across positions. Even though this is a map a lot of Zergs don't like to play Protoss on, Seal is extremely good here. This was actually, like, you want to see an epic ZVP? You go watch Seal versus Squirtle on this map from, I believe, last season of Code A or the Up and Downs. It's madness. It is insanity. And so, if JYP being this good, as far as Zergs that aren't popular go, Seal is one of the only ones that can actually give him a run for his money here.
We actually had a match between Squirtle and Seal in the last GSTL season. Is it a game that you're talking about, or is it farther back?
Oh, it might be. Okay. I sometimes forget exactly where it is. Calder, you're so good with these stats. It's actually insane. Calder's like, well, here we go, man. I know everything.
No, I'm cheating. And you know it.
No, we gotta let people think that you know everything, man. Caldor has a photographic memory, and what that means is anything he's ever seen, he remembers. He's a superhuman. I don't know what else to say, guys.
Everyone that knows me will actually know immediately that that's a lie.
Well, everyone that knows me knows that everything I say is a lie, so I guess that works out, doesn't it?
And we have a Stargate follow-up for Protoss player in this game. The third base is up for Seal. And one of the problems that you are facing on this map is that you have the rocks between the natural and the third base. So if you're actually up against a Stargate play, and I really like in this matchup Stargate play with a +1 attack and gateway support.
Yeah.
Something that we are not seeing here right now is we don't have a +1 attack upgrade, but that's one of the... I think it's very, especially on this map with the rocks between the bases, it's very hard to hold off.
Oh, I agree with you completely. It's a great build for this map. And in fact, the one thing going for Seal is that you've got those early links so you can take down rocks a little bit quicker. But JYP starting to pressure. And unfortunately for Seal, you know, as you said, Caldor, everything's far away, so he's going to have to micro his heart out here. More lings coming in, though, and Speed did finish up, so he will go ahead and clean this up without any big losses. And there we go. Not quite losing that queen. Very important.
Yeah, exactly. He really needs the queen. So the timing for him is really perfect here, especially with the speed timing. He has enough gas. And this is even scouts the pylon, by the way. We don't have it on screen just now, but to the bottom right, the pylon has been spotted, and he takes it down. Very, very important that the pylon is gone.
Very much so. Now, we do have that Void Ray opening, as you were mentioning, but no plus attack. So he's not going to be doing any gateway harassment off this. No Zealot Warpins, especially since he lost that original pylon that was out on the map. So we'll have to see exactly what he wants to go for behind this. Is he going to take that very quick third base, or is he going to go into Robo?
We already have the Void Ray in position and taking down the Queen, so this time it's not able to escape. But we have all these 4 crawlers already, so he will be safe against it. Oh, a little bit of a problem here with the Phoenix. Wow.
JYP being a little bit sloppy there for a moment, but as that other Phoenix comes in, he will kill off yet another Queen. And I mean, the Void Ray, just killing off Queens alone is such a valuable use of it. Even if it doesn't kill any drones, you get at least a few Overlords, maybe a Queen or 2, and in fact, we'll get that Spine Crawler as well, but it does not want to attack the Spore.
Oh, yes, be really careful. He lost a lot of hit points while the Phoenix is still harassing in the main base. And that's the one problem that you just face when you still have the rocks in position. As a Zerg, you always want to drone. You don't want to build those Zerglings to take down the rocks. But then suddenly you have to spread your creep outside of the main base in order to get the queens in position to defend against airplay.
Yeah, it's quite an annoying thing for Zerg to go through here. Now, we are starting to see what JYP wants to do here. He is getting the Robotech, which is a good choice because, you know, Seal is already on 3 bases, and he does get to scout the Infestation Pit going up in the main as well as the Spire, and I love it when Zerg gets both of those because it could be 3 things. It could be Infestor, it could be Muta, and it could be a Broodlord Rush. And it's really hard for Protoss to tell which it is. Luckily, he does have those Phoenixes harassing on the map, so he will be able to peek back in and try to take a look.
Yeah, those Phoenixes definitely give him a good vision about the map. He already has the transition into the robotics bay right now. So going straight for the Colossi and already going for the 3rd base, which is exactly what you want to do on Entombed Valley. It's just such a great map when you can finally just get your 3rd base, turtle up on 3 bases, and Protoss gets... It just gets so much stronger on 3 base now too.
Oh yeah, you know, 2 base timings, if they're sharp, can be extremely powerful, but with Protoss, you can max out with an almost unbeatable army on 3 bases if the game goes right for you. So a good choice here by JYP. And I'm excited to see that, because that's not something we actually see out of him all that often. This guy's really into Blink Stalker timings, as opposed to Colossus 3 base timings, which is what we're seeing this game.
We already have the first Immortal coming up, by the way, so already prepared for some kind of Roach play as well. And still all these Phoenixes, and they are just so annoying. And they force the Zerg player to play so much more defensive than he actually wants to play. And of course, already denying the scouting as well, roaming the map, trying to spot all these Overlords. While we have now the Mutalisks. Very nice, especially, well, you can actually bounce between the 3 bases without a big problem at all. And as we don't have Blink yet, he has to rely on those Phoenixes in order to take them down.
Yeah, and how does he want to invest more into the Phoenixes? Because 4 isn't going to do much against the 12 that are making right now of Mutas. And let's not forget, he did get 4 Corruptors as well. Now, of course, Phoenixes are much quicker than Corruptors, so you can kind of micro around him, but the Corruptors are going to keep him safe. And, well, we didn't show it to you on the screen, but the 4th base is going to be taken. The Void Array was taken out, so he knows about the Mutas now at least.
Yeah, he knows about the Mutas, and we have the Baning Nest coming up here.
Ah, well, looks like Seal wants to go for that very heavy layer tech. A lot of Banes, a lot of Mutas, a lot of Lings. And we will see how that goes. The Phoenix is coming in, trying to micro. Notice how they try to stay away from the Corruptors. They have superior range and superior damage, superior armor, everything. Corruptors really do kill off Phoenixes very easily. Of course, Phoenixes, when micro correctly, very good against the Mutas.
We already have him just trying to clump up these units and making sure that the Corruptors are always in a good position where he can attack his opponent's units. And if that power goes down, I'm making so much fun of you.
Oh, Kaldor, don't do it. It's an in-control pylon now. We've officially changed the name.
No, you tried to change the name. Not gonna work.
What Artosis says goes. All right.
Okay, the pylon dies and unpowers 3 gates.
It's an unfortunate in-control pylon right there. I almost slipped. Oh my god. All right, well, the army right now of Seal.
You know it.
The army of Seal getting pretty good. I like this micro he's showing us. And he is harassing pretty well, keeping JYP in his base at the very least. And the Lings do, in fact, get in. The cannons will not end up finishing. And JYP's just going to have to walk forward with all these units and force these Mutas out of here. He does not want to lose this Nexus.
And he probably won't, but at the same time, a ton of units are actually dying here. The Lings are finally being taken down, and the Mutalisks have to retreat as there are way too many Stalkers. We have the transition into the Templar Archive, so with the Storm, he will be pretty much set up against Mutalisks and Zerglings. But the Hive tech is started, so Seal is not only relying on this tier 2 combination, but already plans for the late game, which I really love at this point.
Oh yeah, very, very smart of him there. And, you know, taking that additional base, we do have that Storm being chrono boosted out. You need that against a mass Mutalisk combination. And that's exactly what JYP's going for. And by the way, you know, we didn't actually have that many probe skills. When I was watching that last battle we were just talking about Kaldor, it looked like a ton of probes were going down, but in fact, it really wasn't. It was mostly just Zerglings dying, and there only 6 probes have been taken down. So JYP still with a very strong economy and a very strong army.
Yeah, he kind of focused on the buildings here, didn't he?
Yeah.
He tried to take down the pylons in order to just lessen the production bit of his opponent. And now, look at all these upgrades that we have at this point. Pathogen plants coming up once again, trying to get into position with the Mutalisks. And he still doesn't have... Does he have Blink?
Yeah, he does have Blink now,
no stop
but he's actually going for the counterattack right now, Calder. He's actually just going to go ahead and give this up likely. Now, Psystorm is almost done, but he is counterattacking that fourth base. Will he get it before Psystorm finishes? Psystorm finishes, and bam! Huge Psystorm right there. Oh my god, those mutants taking huge amounts of damage, but he does kill the Nexus at the same time, killing a base off of Seals as well.
The main problem is that all the Mutalists are now low on HP, so they won't be able to do a lot in the next fight if JYP actually focuses them down. But still at the same time, we have all these things trying to get in position and trying to surround the army of the Protoss player. And those two Colossal, they have to die. And one of them already did,
man.
but the Stalkers, look at the Stalkers just going for taking on Mutalisk after Mutalisk.
Well, he killed off the Colossi, so now the Lings and Banelings can get forward. Will he be able to catch everything, though, as it gets off the creep with that Blink? A lot of Stalkers should actually end up getting away. But in fact, no, he's going to turn and battle it a little bit with his good micro. And the supplies at this point pretty even, about 140 to 134.
And we have 4 bases against 3, with the JYP just building his 3rd base, so he has 2 mining bases against 3 at this point. Actually against 4, sorry. So, really good position for Seal to be in, especially with the tech for the Greater Spire already halfway done. JYP has to be very careful, you know.
Yeah, he has to be really careful here. You know, he's lost his Colossi, he's lost his Sentries, and when you lose your Sentries one time, they can keep making those Banelings, and they're going to be very, very powerful. But we do have Psystorm, we do have Archons out for JYP, so we'll have to see how he does. Now, we do have a Warp in coming on into the main base here, and if he can target down that Greater Spire, that's going to be a gigantic move in this game.
That would be so amazing, but we have 2 Queens, and they have energy, Fortune's Fuse as well. Will it be enough, though?
Well, yep, I think it will be. You know, that Spire only taken down to almost halfway. The Zealots taking a long time to kill, but at the same time, the 4th base of Seal looks like it will get taken down here.
And he doesn't have Burrow. He can't even save the drones.
Yeah, those drones are just hiding in the corner, man, but the Archon does see them. Now, JYP pushing forward once again. Seal having a hard time. Supply not very high.
Oh, this is going to be so intense. He needs those storms now. He needs perfect storms against the Zerglings.
Does indeed. We do have 4 Infestors out and a counterattack going up to JYP's new 4th base. Now he will get these High Templars, a big deal right there, but a Colossus does come out, some good force fields as well. Baneling's trying to kill off probes, but not that many actually killed by them.
Trying to use hold position here in order to take down a few, but it's not really working. And once again, we have JYP moving in, taking down an expansion, but the Broodlords are on their way at Asus.
Oh, are they? Oh my god, 7 of them on the way. That's a very nice number, but what does he have for other units? Not a lot, just Lings and Infestors.
Exactly, he only has 4 Infestors, so he really needs perfect Fungals if he wants to prevent those Stalkers from